Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails in the Sky, the third, part 14. Last time, we really didn't get to do all that much. We did one of the sun doors. We did Josette's sun door, this one right here. We had to shoot things and I was very bad at it. In this video, we are going to start things off by doing this star door, which I'm assuming it wants Muller and Julia, who just so happen to be in our party. It's almost like I planned it. Let's save. I did equip orbments. I don't know, I didn't really take time to like min-max and figure out if there's anything we have access to with all our new orbments. I'll do that definitely before we fight the boss though. For now, we're just gonna roll with what we got. Open the door? Yes, open the door. That is a wonky looking star, dude. So this will be our first one that's got two characters at once. Okay, no fight. So the stars are supposed to be shorter, so they're not. So it shouldn't be as long as Tita's. So I don't think we're gonna be here for the next two videos, which is, you know, depending on how good it is, that may be a bad thing. That concludes my report on all that transpired here 2 months prior. I really cannot thank you enough for your above and beyond efforts, Captain. Bringing an end to the chaos and restoring hope to its people is no easy task. You should truly be proud of yourself. Your Majesty, please. I have done nothing to deserve such praise. I would beg to differ, and it's why I want to thank you on behalf of every one of Libel's citizens. Not only did you ensure our safety, you went from place to place aiding in the restoration as well. Now you continue to be just as busy serving as the leader of the Royal Guard. You deserve all the thanks you get. I really am proud of you, Captain Shores. I'm honored, Your Majesty. I believe I'll be able to formally present you with at least one medal for your achievements at a later date, too. General Morgan seems to think a promotion is almost assured as well. I'm looking forward to seeing what the future holds in store for you. But, Your Majesty, I must object. The only reason this crisis was resolved at all was because of the efforts of countless people, all of whom gave their all for Libel's sake. My contribution was but a minor part of a much, much greater whole. I don't feel it would be appropriate for me to receiving medals or promotions. Captain, I agree that countless people contributed to achieving the peace that we now have. Everyone who fought, who tried to protect their loved ones, and who endured the suffering they faced contributed in some way. But I believe it's clear to everyone that without the Aerocell, the crisis would not have seen the conclusion that it did. And the one who commanded the Aerocell was you. Be that as it may, medals are one thing, but I couldn't possibly consider accepting a promotion. I feel as though I've barely spent all that much time in my current position, so assuming one with even greater responsibility would be, there's no need to be so modest. In my opinion, you've accomplished much more in your current position than you seem to believe you have. Actually, Captain, I'd like to propose that you take the rest of the day off. How would you feel about that? May I ask why, Your Majesty? I'm not sure I quite understand. As I mentioned, I want to show my thanks to you for all that you did, and I believe there to be better ways to do that than formal meetings like these. You certainly deserve some rest too, given how exhausting going back and forth between military HQ and the castle practically every day must be. I've even been receiving requests from members of the Royal Guard saying they would like to take you for a break as well. I'm terribly sorry you had to listen to such complaints, Your Majesty. It was certainly not my intent that you should be so troubled, so who was it, Lux? Leon? It could easily be both, knowing them. I'm used to them telling me as much every time they see me, but I cannot believe they chose to bother Her Majesty with the issue. As such, I would like for you to take the remainder of the day and use it to relax. That way you can return to your duties tomorrow feeling refreshed and ready for work, for the good of this nation anew. Very well. If that is your wish, Your Majesty. I, Captain Julia Schwartz of the Royal Guard, accept your proposal and shall take leave of my duties for the remainder of the day. The thing they don't tell you is that it's like 7 p.m. She's already like past when she was supposed to stop working. Good morning, Captain. Good morning, Captain. I hear you've been given the rest of that. How the hell did you hear that? That's right, yes. I'm amazed you already know that when I was just told myself. It's not all that amazing, really. Leon was trying to make sure everyone knew over the communication networks from Lystone. I hear Echo apparently appealed directly to Her Majesty, even. Directly? Can't believe it. He did look like he had something he wanted to say to me the last time I saw him. What is it with them? I wish we could have helped with repairing the aerosol too, though. I hear the repairs are running a little behind schedule. I wonder how things are going over there. You needn't worry about the aerosol's repairs. The only reason those three are still there at the Lystone Fortress is that they wouldn't take no for an answer and insisted on staying. The repairs are currently being carried under Gustave, the maintenance chief from ZCF. They'll be completed properly. Incidentally, do you know if Her Highness left already? Yes, in fact. Claudia left not that long ago if you're looking for her. Oh, it's, dude and butler man. Is he a good guy now? She's gone to inspect the royal villa. Were you not aware of this? Your Grace, I was not. I would very much like to have accompanied her over there if I'm truthful. I suppose that comes as no surprise. You always have been one to put yourself forward to escort her at every opportunity. I can't say I understand why. Simple escort jobs are well below your current rank. I suppose so. Still, I'm sure she's quite well. She has a number of her trustworthy guardsmen with her. Try not to fret over her too much. Of course, you're right. Thank you, Your Grace. And with that, we're leaving, Philip. There's work to be done. Just a moment, Your Grace. Please, try not to be too downhearted. What are you doing, Philip? I said there's work to be done. My apologies. Okay, he's definitely not a good guy, but maybe he's slightly less obnoxious. And it looks as though I missed Her Highness yet again. Still, we're both so busy with our duties that it's no wonder it keeps happening. It's incredible how much Duke Dunan's changed. Well, how much has he changed? He's often seen in the... Okay, well, at least he's working. So he's... We can accept that. As long as he's actually doing something, he could be a bit of a dick. He was the one who proposed paying compensation out a while back, too. I always thought of him as a good-for-nothing slob, but maybe there's more to him than that. He's finally showing that he shares Her Majesty's blood after all. You're on duty, enough idle chatter. My apologies, Captain. As you are seemingly aware, I'll be absent from the castle for the remainder of the day. I expect the two of you to take care of things here in my absence. Yes, ma'am. Take care, ma'am. So where does Muller come into play in all this? Being granted the day off is all well and good in theory, but I haven't had one in so long I haven't the faintest idea what to do with it. Should I go shopping, or perhaps do maintenance work on my equipment, or would I be best just returning to my room and reading a book? I need to do more than simply rest my time. I need to use it productively. I mean, that's not really taking a break, if you're worried about using your time productively. It would be an excellent use of my time, even. What? Is it really true that Julia has returned to Gransel? Oh, does she have a fan club? Where is she? Where is she? Please don't push. Everyone, please calm down. What exactly is going on here? Captain? Oh no, why did you have to come now? It's dangerous here. Please retreat back inside the castle at once. I mean, dangerous is maybe a strong word. What? Oh my god, she does have a super fan club. What in the devil is this? Julia! Oh my god. Wait! Don't go! Oh my god, he's dead! He's been murdered. What? We've locked down the castle gates for the time being. You aren't hurt, are you? No, I'm fine. What just happened? Well, they appear to be some rather ardent fans of yours, Captain. You know, we did have a rather large number of fan letters arrive at the castle this morning. I wonder if that could be related to all this. Fan letters? Apparently some magazine company put together a special feature on you yesterday. It was full of information on what you were up to in that flying city. Oh, To be fair, we never used Julia once in the Flying City, so she didn't really do all that much. A few people who claimed to be from Libral News came here while you were away. They said they were putting together a feature to capitalize on your popularity, so they wanted to gather material for it. I think I've heard enough. I can probably fill in the rest myself. Why am I getting this kind of attention? Fan letters, magazine articles? Why am I being treated like someone special? I'm not. Not at all. First Her Majesty praised me more than I deserve, and now this. All I really wanted to do was protect Her Highness, that's all. That's what I want to do now too, but the opportunity to actually go with her and escort her rarely seems to present itself anymore. Must we be forced to accept that this is how things will be going forward? Oh, it's, yeah, the maid lady. I will conduct Mass again tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Could I ask you to pass that on to Her Majesty? It would be my pleasure. Oh, if it isn't Julia, I wasn't expecting to find you here. Is something the matter? Oh, no, not at all. And good day to you, Archbishop. It's good to see you again, Julia. I haven't seen you for some time. You have me a little concerned. I'm terribly sorry for worrying you. I'd also like to apologize for not attending Mass at all of late. Oh, it's no trouble. I'm well aware of how busy you are. All I'll ask of you in these busy times you face is this. No matter how busy you may become, you must never lose sight of yourself. What matters to you most is always close at hand. Thank you, Archbishop. I'll take what you said to heart. Excellent. Now if you'll excuse me, I really should be on my way. Good day, Archbishop. He was then violently murdered by the fan club. Actually, there is one way I may be able to get out of here. Archbishop Currit, wait, please. We need your clothes. Your money or your life. You can sneak out disguised as an archbishop. Please, just a little more. Okay, at least we rescued a dude from the water. I guess the water doesn't look that deep. If anyone could please remain calm, if everyone could please remain calm, I mean. It's Julia. She's coming out. She's coming out. Okay. He just happened to have extra nun clothes? No, it's just the Archbishop and a sister. Come on, everyone. Move aside and let us pass. Didn't she dress up as a sister at one point? That seems vaguely familiar. Back in the first game, that part after the Metal Gear Solid section where you had to stealth around. Looks like your plan ended up working, Julia. Fortunately, yes. I'm sorry for causing you trouble yet again. Haha, not to worry. You have my sympathies even. Those seem to be some very fervent admirers back there. Oh, there's the Mulster. Major Vander? What is he doing here? I thought he had already left Libral. This is quite a surprise. I wasn't aware you were also a sister of the church, Captain Chores. Wow, he's sharp. You can tell? I should be back in Arabonia, but I still do have a little cleaning up to do after that fool to do. So I ended up having to come back here again in the end. I would have liked to have taken the time to go and greet you, but the chance ultimately never presented itself. Nevertheless, I'm pleased we were able to meet again, Captain. Or is it Sister Julia now? Major? It appears to me there was quite little point in trying to disguise your identity from this man. Perhaps you needn't bother? Regardless, I have preparations to make for this afternoon's Mass, so I should excuse myself. Good day to you both. Archbishop? He's like, I am getting out of here. So that was the famous Archbishop Current, was it? Is he just standing over there right out of earshot? Perhaps I should have taken the chance to introduce myself properly to him. Major? I should probably explain how I ended up in this situation. You see, I wish I could have stayed a little while longer, but I've really got to get going. Wish I could have gotten a close look at Julia, though. I thought I was finally getting my chance. She's so dreamy. Oh no. Run! They're starting to make their way back. If they found me here, I'm doomed. Should you like, Captain, I would be happy to help you disguise yourself. Pardon? I can't pretend to be familiar with the situation, but I can see you aren't comfortable with being discovered here. In these situations, your instinct may be to hide, but I believe the best thing to do is the exact opposite. If it works for you, I'd be happy to accompany you somewhere a little safer. Oh my, thank you. Ah, Julia. Please do, right away. My pleasure. Then he starts just murdering civilians left and right. Just whacking and smacking. Hmm? You know nothing, lady. Never mind, I suppose it was just my imagination. It must have been. Well, this area seems to be empty. Will this be far enough, do you think? It should be. Phew. She looks weird like that. I can't apologize enough for this, Major. Think nothing of it. I guess it's because she always has that hat on, so we've never really seen her hair before. I'm used to having to run around without being discovered, usually because Oliver's caused some kind of predicament. I can see that. I'm still ashamed of what happened, though. I let a simple commotion like that ruin my plans to go outside of the city on my day off. I wasn't able to calm the situation at all. I wouldn't even have been able to leave the castle without resorting to a disguise. I'm not sure you have any reason to be blaming yourself here, Captain. I'm afraid I must disagree. As a member of the Royal Guard, I'm utterly useless, and this isn't the first time I've felt that way. During the coup d'etat, I was powerless. I should have been able to protect Her Highness, and yet she ended up being captured and placed in danger. The same was true when Grantel was attacked by Ouroboros, too. Not only could I not protect Her Majesty from being endangered by them, I wasn't even able to be anywhere near her. I, of all people, should have been right by her side in her hour of need. How dare I learn of what happened only after the fact? I'm not fit to even serve them. Well, I can certainly understand your frustrations. They were both safe, were they not? Surely that's what counts above all. Much as we may wish it to be, no human is omnipotent. Neither of us are an exception to that. I understand that, or at least I want to believe that I do. But to make matters worse, I now find out that there are magazine articles about me making me out to be some kind of great hero. There's even talk of me being promoted. I don't feel like I've done my job in a way that's worthy of praise, never mind anything to deserve being given a higher position. No, none of that is what bothers me the most. If people want to give me greater praise than I deserve, let them. And receiving promotion isn't in itself a cause to be unhappy, more the opposite, on paper at least. But in reality, it will result in me becoming busier because of my new duties, which will result in me ending up even further away from Her Highness than I am now. I'm a little envious of you, to tell you the truth, Major. You've always been able to go and escort Prince Oliver like it's the most natural thing in the world. Maybe you weren't always by his side, but you were there when he needed you the most. You did more than escort him too. You were able to help and aid him in ways beyond the call of duty. By comparison, I can't seem to be able to help Her Highness at all. I can't even lend her an ear when she's plagued with worry. When she was agonizing over whether to assume her position as Crown Princess, I couldn't do a single thing for her. Well, I feel somewhat reluctant to give my opinion here, as I can hardly pretend to be so well versed in your situation, but from where I stand, your position seems to be the more fortunate one. How so? What exactly do you mean, Major? I didn't mean to offend you, so I apologize if I did, but protecting that fool is a task that was thrust upon me the moment I was born. Between us, I find myself envious of your natural loyalty to the ones you serve. The moment you were born? Alright, you're a Vander. And we're a military family who traditionally serves the Imperial family, yes? My luck for anything less than a hectic life ran out the second I was given it, I fear. That's certainly a great responsibility to be destined to fulfill. Especially when you're chosen to protect Prince Oliver, of all people. Quite so. Still, my point stands. I do believe it is a happy, fortunate thing to be able to serve and devote yourself to those you genuinely care for. I may hardly be an expert on the subject, seeing as Her Highness is much less a handful, but am I wrong? No, I see your point. Perhaps I should be able to be able to sit and worry about something like this. Perhaps I should see being able to sit and worry about something like this is a luxury. Although, whether someone who isn't able to defend Her Highness can really be called a member of the Royal Guard is another issue entirely. Captain, if you'd like, I'd be happy to teach you a good way to clear your head. To clear my head, you say? Indeed. Still, I'd like you to keep this off the record. Okay, they were fighting. I kind of thought they were going to start fighting, but... This will be a one-round duel. Both arts and items will be used. So this is what you had in mind? Can't say I feel especially confident about my chances of defeating a warrior of the famed Vander family, but I'll certainly try. There's no need to be so modest. Well, Captain, let us begin. Okay, we're Julia. Ooh, listen to the music. Okay, what do we want to do? Let's see, how much HP do you got? 18,000. Jesus Christ. Let's try her guard. Hey, that was a smart move. I wasn't expecting the first turn ult, but he summons a freaking black hole. What? Guard. Nice try, idiot. Oh my god, we're gonna be here forever. I mean, I feel like he's doing a little bit more damage than us. Okay, we do have some magic spells. I think you do want to clock up. Okay, that's not the impede. Actually, you might just kill us here. Okay, our heal is a little on the weak side. No, we definitely don't want to... Blue Ascension is... Let's see how much damage it does. You're an asshole. And we're never going to be able to cast that in time. I'm going to try it again, though. Okay, it says... Eventually... No, okay, let's just hit him. I really would like to get that spell off, but... Apparently, you can't even heal in time? 2,000 HP, that's nothing. Can I just lose? Is that an option? Because we're going to be here for 1,000 years. Oh my god, he's so fast! My dude is too powerful. And we can only heal so many times. Like, I'm pretty sure this is not... I'm not gonna say it's impossible. Because, I mean... For the most part, most fights are possible in the series. But when she doesn't do any damage, and he's got, you know... I can't cast magic spells. Honestly, just kill me. Just end me, dude. That's not worth trying to do, I don't think. Because even a successful attempt would take like 10 minutes. I knew you'd be formidable, but not quite like this. Captain, may I ask something? What did you lose by being defeated? I'm not sure I understand. The easiest way to determine the true worth of something is to imagine how things would be like if you were to lose it. When you do that, you start to see things for how they really are beyond simple logic. Imagine you were to vanish from the world, and yet you still possess the ability to think. Would there be anything left lingering on your mind? Anything that worried you? Something that you wished you could do? If so, then that is what you should do most. Those are excellent questions, Major. Your Highness, I think I finally know what to do. I cannot thank you enough. Thanks to you, I can finally see the path I ought to take. I'll be sure to take all you've taught me today to heart. Just don't assume I thought of any of what I said. I can't fucking read, dude. Don't assume I thought of any of what I've said or done today myself. I often would cross swords with my uncle to clear away any frustrations after having to deal with my own insufferable charge. Well, it's probably about time I thought about returning to Erebonia. As much as I hate to admit it, I'm feeling a hint of concern for his well-being. Only a hint? Please give my regards to the prince when you see him, then. I shall. And give mine to Princess Claudia as well. It was at that moment I made a decision in my heart. I would do all I could to support Her Highness, this nation's future queen. But to that end, I also resolved to accept whatever promotions I received. No doubt the further I moved up the ranks, the more my chance to actually meet with her would decrease. But even if we can't meet in person, even if I have to do it from afar, I want to be able to support her. Perhaps the decision is a selfish one, but I do hope you can forgive me for making it, Your Highness. I feel somewhat reluctant to disturb Her Majesty while she's busy working, but... Is that you, Julia? Oh, there she is. Oh, it's Siegfried, or Sieg, whatever your name is. How come you're back here already? Oh, did you think I was over at the villa? I expected to be too, but there weren't many people there today, so I was able to leave earlier than expected. I see. I'm just as surprised to see you here, actually. I thought you'd been given the day off today. You knew? Yeah, I had. I ended up running into a friend I don't have many opportunities to spend time with. The time we spent together simply flew by. I owe my deepest thanks to Her Majesty for giving me the opportunity. I'm happy to hear that. Julia? I realize this may feel a little out of nowhere, but I wanted to thank you for always supporting me. Goodness, that is out of nowhere. But it's something I should have done ages ago. I can't believe it's taken me this long to state the obvious. Everything my parents would otherwise have taught me, you ended up doing in their place. How to fight, how to act, how to think. It's like I'm only now starting to realize just how much of what makes me myself are the things I learned from you. I feel like I've grown up always seeing you as a role model. I remember grandmother laughing at me at one point at how similar I am to you too. Even the little things, like how I walk and move, she says I'm just like you. Julia? Is something the matter? No. All this time I really have been right by her side. I spent all this time worrying because I couldn't see her as mine, but as far as she was concerned, I was always there. I truly am beyond help. Chloe, may I say something? I don't believe I'll be able to wait upon you as I always have any longer. But even now, I wish to do all I can to protect and support you. I wish to continue being your retainer, your friend, and your sister as well. So please try not to overexert yourself during my absence. And even if I'm not able to be near you all the time, I still want you to know that you can always call upon me if you need me. Yeah, of course I will. Although I can't promise I won't find myself unintentionally taking advantage of your kindness when I do. I'm always happy to have you to depend on. And I'll always be glad you feel that way. Does Sieg get tea as well? That afternoon, they were able to enjoy a few relaxing cups of tea together. Despite her initial resistance, Julia's day off proved to be much more enjoyable than she had expected. And it seemed inevitable that the fragrance of the tea she drank that day would remain in her memories forever. I really like the side story stuff. I think it's really neat. And it's a good way to flesh out especially some of the characters that are like not not given as many opportunities in the story. Like, Julia, who's only in, certain sections of the games, who just doesn't have the same opportunity for character growth and development and getting attached to them like a lot of the main characters do. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the side story stuff. And it kind of plays into the nature of this game, which is, kind of just a side story in and of itself. It feels like, in a lot of ways, it feels like an extended epilogue to Trails 2, which is pretty neat. That was basically the entire video. Man, there are a lot of these too. I'm really excited to see what some of the potential combinations are between the different, all the characters. But, yeah. I guess we'll go ahead and we'll continue the main story in the next video. We'll take a break from all these interesting side stories and see what we can find out is going on in Fate Gransel. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part, and bye, guys.